you're not in a good place, fine, admit it. Say it out loud. Let it sting. Let it burn. Let it cut through the fog you've been hiding behind. Life has been punching you in the face, dragging you through the dirt. You're tired. You're worn down. You're frustrated. And maybe you're starting to believe that this is it, that this darkness is permanent. But here's the truth. It's not permanent. It's just where you are, not who you are. The world doesn't care about your excuses, your emotions, your story, your pain. And that's good, because it means something simple, something powerful, something brutal. No one is coming to save you. So you rise yourself right now. From this exact place, this is the moment you stop breaking and start building. You wake up, or rather you force yourself up, because there's nothing natural about getting out of bed when your life feels like it's collapsing. Nothing easy, nothing comfortable. The alarm goes off. That sound, it's a test. A test you've been failing for far too long. You stare at the ceiling. That familiar weight is sitting on your chest again. The heaviness, the stress, the doubt. The same thoughts that repeat every morning. I'm tired. I'm lost. I don't have the energy. What's the point? Here's the truth you don't want to hear. Those aren't reasons. Those are excuses masked as emotions. You swing your legs out of bed. The floor is cold. Good. Let it shock you awake. Let it remind you that comfort is the enemy. Let it remind you why you're changing. The grind begins before the gym, before sweat, before reps, before discipline shows up in your muscles. The grind starts in your mind, but you still go. You grab your shoes like they weigh 100 pounds. Tie them like you're prepping for deployment. Walk out into the dark because the world hasn't woken up yet, and that's perfect. The darkness outside matches the darkness inside. Good. Use it. You step into the gym. Silence. No crowd. No energy. No hype. Just cold metal. Just the echo of your footsteps. Just the weight staring back at you, waiting. This is where the truth comes out. Not in motivation videos. Not in conversations. Not in the big dramatic moments life throws at you. The truth shows up here. In the reps. In the grind. In the repetition that no one wants to talk about because it's boring and painful and lonely. You approach the bar. Your hands wrap around the steel. It's cold, just like everything else right now. You lift, it's heavy, your body refuses at first, because weakness always speaks first. But you lift anyway. 1 rep, 2, 3. Your breath gets sharp, your muscles burn, your mind screams. You keep going, because this pain, this isn't punishment, this is purification. The world pushed you down. People disappointed you. Plans failed. Life hit you with everything it had. So now you hit back, not with anger, not with rage, not with emotion. You hit back with consistency. Hard, disciplined, tactical consistency. You finish the set. Drop the weight. The sound echoes like a gunshot inside the empty gym. Good. Let it echo. Let it remind you that you're still dangerous. Back to the bar. Again. This is what recovery looks like. Not smiling, not journaling, not waiting for inspiration to show up like some magic solution. Real recovery looks like discipline in the dark. Your shirt is soaked now. Your breathing is loud. Your arms shake. Your mind keeps firing those same thoughts. You're tired. You're broken. Just go home. No one cares. Let me tell you something. You don't do this because someone cares. You do this because you refuse to quit. That's it. No inspirational music, no hero moment. Just you choosing to fight one more round when nobody's watching. You move to the next exercise. Same pattern, same battle. But something is shifting slowly, quietly. Your body is getting stronger. Your mind is getting sharper. Your emotions are losing their control over you. Your weakness is getting exposed and crushed. You're earning your way back, rep by rep, step by step, sweat by sweat. This is the grind people talk about, but they don't understand what it really is. The grind isn't hype. It's not noise. It's not excitement. The grind is waking up when you're mentally destroyed. Training when you don't believe in yourself. Showing up when nobody claps. Repeating the same discipline until it becomes who you are. You wipe sweat from your eyes. You look at yourself in the mirror. You don't see strength yet. You don't see progress yet. Good, because this stage isn't about what you see. It's about what you endure. You're tired. You're hurting, but you're still here, still lifting, still fighting, still moving forward. This is how you rebuild a life that fell apart. Not by talking, not by complaining, not by hoping. You rebuild by grinding. Grinding when you're empty. Grinding when you're depressed. Grinding when the world forgot about you. Grinding when you don't feel like a warrior at all, because the grind is the cure. The grind is the reset. The grind is the foundation. And every rep, every drop of sweat, every second of pain is a brick being laid in the new version of you. Stronger, sharper, harder, more disciplined, more dangerous, more focused. The grind is not supposed to feel good. It's supposed to feel necessary. And right now, it is. There's a war happening, not outside, not in the world, not in the gym. Inside you. And it's louder than any weight hitting the floor. More violent than any battle you've fought in life. More exhausting than any workout you've done. You know that voice. The one that creeps in when you're alone. When the noise fades. When the workout ends. When the day slows down and you're left with your own mind. That voice that whispers, you're failing. You're stuck. Nothing is changing. You're not enough. You hear it at night when you're trying to sleep. You hear it in the morning when you're trying to rise. You hear it during the day when you're trying to stay focused. That voice is not harmless. It's a weapon. A knife. A constant attack on your spirit. This is the inner war. And here's the cold truth. You've been letting that voice win for too long. Every time you avoid doing the hard thing, that voice wins. Every time you choose comfort, that voice wins. Every time you hesitate, doubt, freeze, that voice wins. And every time it wins, you lose another inch of your life. You can feel it. You can feel the slow erosion of your confidence. You can feel the quiet collapse of your potential. You can feel your strength draining out one excuse at a time. That's the war. Not physical, mental, silent, relentless. And the most dangerous part, no one else can fight it for you. Not your family, not your friends, not your mentor, not even the strongest people you look up to. This one is yours. Your battlefield, your war. Your responsibility. You stand in front of the mirror again. Your reflection doesn't lie to you. Your reflection shows every fight you've avoided, every comfort you chose, every chance you didn't take. But it also shows something else, someone who is still here, someone who hasn't quit. Someone who's still breathing, still trying, still capable. That means the war is not over. Not even close. You close your eyes, you hear that voice again. Sharper now, more vicious. You'll never change. You're weak. You're broken. Good, let it speak. Let it say every lie it wants to say. Let it empty its entire arsenal. Because once it's done talking, the fight begins. You take a breath. A slow, controlled breath. The kind a warrior takes before stepping into the fire. And you push back. Not with emotion, not with anger, not with yelling. You push back with discipline. You tell yourself, I get up anyway. I train anyway. I move forward anyway. I win anyway. This is how you break that voice. Not instantly, not with some magical moment. You break it with repetition, with obedience to your own goals, with consistency that chokes out your excuses, with daily discipline so loud that the voice inside you gets drowned out. You attack the inner enemy with action, cold, controlled, consistent action. You go to work, you go to the gym, you make the call. You study the craft, you face the thing you fear. You build the habit you've avoided. Each action is a punch. Each habit is a counterattack. Each moment of discipline is a strike against the weakness that has been ruling your mind. But here's the truth warriors understand: the inner war never fully ends. You don't defeat the voice, you dominate it daily, as a routine, as a lifestyle. You don't silence it, you override it. And the more you push, the quieter it gets, the weaker it becomes, the less control it has over your life. You begin to realize something powerful: you've been living with a lie. The lie that your emotions are reality. The lie that your thoughts define you. The lie that your circumstances own you. They don't. You own your discipline. You own your response. You own your decisions. You own your fight. That's the real enemy. The belief that you're powerless. You are not powerless. You were never powerless. You were simply untrained. But now you're learning how to fight differently. How to fight smarter. How to fight consistently. How to fight like a warrior who knows the battlefield inside themselves. And that's the most dangerous fighter there is. Because once you conquer the inner war, nothing outside can break you. Nothing people say can shake you. Nothing circumstances do can control you. Nothing setbacks bring can stop you. You become something stronger than emotion. Stronger than fear. Stronger than weakness. You become disciplined, and discipline wins wars. The inner war is not a curse, it's a calling. A chance to rebuild yourself from the inside out. A chance to become the version of you that fear tried to bury. You stand there, breathing hard, heart pounding, mind clear. And for the first time in a long time, you feel something real control. Not over the world, not over other people, over yourself. That's the victory. Not loud, not dramatic, not flashy, quiet, internal, powerful. The war is inside you, and you are finally fighting back. There comes a moment in every battle where the pain stops being the enemy and becomes the teacher. You reach that moment now, you're in the grind. Your muscles are trembling. Your lungs are scraping for air. Your legs feel like steel rods hammered into the floor. Sweat burns your eyes. Your heartbeat echoes in your skull like a war drum. This is where most people collapse. This is where most people walk away. This is where the weak wait for motivation and die waiting. But you're on the edge of breakthrough. You don't back off. You don't take a breath to recover. But you don't look for the exit. You lean in. You push harder. Not because you feel strong, but because you refuse to stay weak. That's the difference between a quitter and a warrior. A quitter waits for strength. A warrior creates it. Your body is screaming. Your mind is cracking. Every instinct is telling you to stop. Good, that means you've reached the line. The invisible line where comfort ends and greatness begins. Most people never see that line. Their whole lives are spent avoiding it, avoiding discomfort, avoiding effort, avoiding struggle. Not you. Not anymore. You've spent enough of your life running from difficulty. Now you run toward it, straight at it, head first. Because you finally understand something most people never learn. Pain is not the wall, pain is the doorway, and you are stepping through it. Your breathing becomes slowed, purposeful. You stop reacting to the pain and start using it. Into signal, into fire, and suddenly your mind gets sharper. Your body steadies, your movements tighten. Your posture shifts from exhausted to dangerous. You're not breaking, you're transforming. The weight doesn't feel lighter, you feel heavier with intention, heavier with commitment, heavier with the force of a person who refuses to bow to anything less than their best. This is the moment you stop surviving the struggle and start mastering it. Your mind catches up first. You realize the pain didn't kill you. The doubt didn't control you. The fear didn't win. And once you see that, you become untouchable. Because if you can push through this, you can push through anything. That's where the confidence comes from. Not from compliments. Not from results. Not from other people telling you you're strong. It comes from doing the work that no one sees and no one applauds. It comes from dragging yourself through the dark until you reach the light you built with your bare hands. You lift again. You push again. You run again. You move with intention, not emotion. This is what strength actually feels like, not motivation videos, not adrenaline. Control, focus, consistency, awareness. You begin to notice a shift in your thoughts. That voice that used to tell you stop power is lose smaller now. Quitter, weaker. You've beaten it too many times. You've proven it wrong too many times. You've shown up when expected you to quit. You've outworked the doubt. You've given it no oxygen. That's the breakthrough, not some cinematic moment, not fireworks, not divine revelation, just you doing what you said you would do. Again and again. You're becoming dangerous now, not because you're angry, not because you're disciplined, because you can feel the difference between impulse and intention, between emotion and duty, between what you want to do and what needs to be done. You're becoming the person that fear can't negotiate with. The person that excuses can't manipulate. The person that doubt can't slow down. You're not the same person who started this journey. That person was soft, reactive, controlled by feelings. Now you're sharp, deliberate, relentless. You've got momentum. Momentum is a weapon. You start to move with purpose outside the gym too. You wake up earlier. You make decisions faster. You keep promises to yourself. You follow through. You stop apologizing for your ambition. You stop fearing discomfort. You stop negotiating with laziness. You've turned the switch. And once that switch flips, there's no going back. Comfort isn't appealing anymore. Weakness isn't familiar anymore. Quitting isn't an option anymore. You're on a different path, a narrower one, a harder one, a better one. The breakthrough is not a single victory. It's a shift in identity. It's the moment you stop trying to become stronger and start acting like someone who already is. You're not chasing strength, you're demonstrating it. You're not chasing discipline, you're living it. You're not chasing confidence. You're earning it with every rep, every step, every battle. And the world can feel it. People notice, not because you're bragging, but because your presence changes, your energy changes, your posture changes, your seriousness changes. You walk like a person who has been through fire and refused to burn. This is the breakthrough. The moment you stop fearing the war and start preparing for it. Because you are no longer someone who needs motivation. You are someone who creates it. You felt the weight. You felt the doubt, the fear, the disappointment. Life isn't handing you anything. And right now, you might feel small, powerless, trapped in a world that seems designed to break you. Good. That means you're aware. That means you're awake. That means there's still fight left in you. Because here's the brutal truth nobody else will tell you. Nobody owes you relief. Nobody owes you comfort. Nobody owes you an easy path. If you want better, if you want stronger, if you want control, you take it. You don't complain. You don't hope. You act. You rise. You dominate. Every day is a battlefield. Every morning is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are unshackable. The voice in your head telling you to quit, that voice is your enemy. Silence it with action. Silence it with discipline. Silence it with repetition. Early mornings, heavy lifts, grueling runs, relentless mental focus. This is how you become unbreakable. This is how you turn chaos into control. You felt broken. Good. That's the starting line. Strength is forged in pain. Confidence is built in struggle. Discipline is cultivated in moments when no one is watching, when excuses are easiest to make, when giving up is most tempting. You push through, you push harder. And when you do, you realize something vital. You were never powerless. You were asleep, now you're awake. Life will test you. It will throw obstacles. It will attempt to bend you, break you, convince you that your efforts are futile. That's the test. That's the fire. And here's the difference between those who fail and those who rise. The resilient don't complain. The resilient don't seek permission. The resilient attack the grind, embrace the discomfort, and build themselves into a force no circumstance can stop. This is the lesson Jocko lives every day. Discipline equals freedom. Control your mind, your body, your choices. Take responsibility for everything in your life. Stop waiting for external validation. Stop relying on luck or timing. Your power, your success, your victory. It all begins and ends with you. So stand up, step forward, take ownership of your life. The darkness you feel now, the uncertainty, the struggle, they are your allies if you wield them correctly. They teach you to endure, to focus, to conquer. No more waiting. No more excuses. No more pointing fingers. The life you want is waiting for you on the other side of effort, on the other side of relentless discipline, on the other side of courage. And when you do this, when you embrace the pain, when you silence doubt, when you commit to the grind, you realize nothing can stop you. You are unrelentless. You are unstoppable. Take control. Rise. Dominate. Life with purpose. And remember, good is not enough. Be better. Be disciplined. Be Jocko.